guys, I'm Avery from PropNext. I'm actually a property agent specializes in landed property. Today, I'm actually filming this video from the comfort of my home due to the 28 days COVID-19 circuit breaker. Let me just adjust this so that my head is fully in view. Okay. Yes, many of my clients, my lovely clients, have actually texted me asking how am I during this period and how property agents are really coping with this downtime. So thank you for all of that. And also there are some new clients who actually texted me asking what is landed property. Why should they buy landed property? So I'm just going to compile a series of vlogs during this period of time, and today will be the first one to touch on the basics of landed property. Today will be series 1 and we're going to have 8 pointers for landed property. Without much further ado, let's start. Point 1. You must be a Singaporean, Singapore citizen. Only that you can purchase a Singapore landed property. If you are a foreigner or a permanent resident, you need to go to Singapore Land Authority. Land Dealings Approval Unit, in short, is LDAU, to apply to purchase a landed property before you offer. Point 2. How many designated landed housing areas are there in Singapore? Make a guess. In total, there are 58 landed housing areas in Singapore. Point 3. Understanding designated landed housing area. In certain estates like Serangoon Gardens, it is zoned 2-story mixed landed housing areas, which means you can build any landed housings within a 2-story height. If you look at the next picture, you will see that a small portion is a 3-story mixed landed, means you can build any landed housings within a 3-story height. Other image will show you a 2-story semi-detached area. You cannot build cluster housing or inter-terraces. If you see a 2-story mixed landed zoning, it means that you can build any landed housings within 2 stories. Point 4. How many good class bungalows areas are there in Singapore? Do you know? There are a total of 39 good class bungalows areas in Singapore. So the chart next will show you there are 39 good class bungalows areas in Singapore, which we also call GCBA. So for the zoning or the landed housing designated areas, you can see that they are highlighted in GCBA designated areas, which means you cannot build any other kinds of landed housings in this area. Good class bungalows has a certain planning restrictions and height restrictions to follow. Point 5. Identifying the different kinds of landed property in Singapore. Type 1, good class bungalows. Type 2, bungalows or detached houses. Type 3, semi-detached. Type 4, inter-terraces. Terrace 1 and Type 5, Terrace 2, Type 6, strata landed housing. Within this segment, we have strata bungalows, strata semi-detached, strata inter-terraces, cluster housings, and townhouses. Point 6. Are you currently unsure of where you want to stay? Which district you want to stay? Singapore are all zoned by district, so if you use your postal code, for example 53, the first 2 digits starting with 53, it means that you are staying in the district 19. So why is district number so important for a landed house property buyer? It's imperative that you know the district you stay in, as different districts plays an important part in your lifestyle and also your wallets. Knowing your recent transactions in the area and also the latest transacted pricing will also affect the offer that you are going to put in. Also knowing the transaction volume will also make it easier if you plan to exit next time. Point 7. Knowing your plot ratio. If somebody asks me what is the plot ratio for this area, for a landed house, the answer is there is no plot ratio for landed housing. Landed housings have planning restrictions and height restrictions. If you go back to your designated landed housings area, you will know whether your house, your land is sitting on a 2-story or a 3 stories. If you're sitting on a 2 stories, means it can't build taller than 12 meters or higher than 2.5 stories. If your land is on a 3-story zone, it means that you cannot build higher than 15.5 meters or 3.5 stories. So we have come to the end of the video. I hope that it's useful to you. If you like my video, do subscribe and hit the bell button for first-hand notifications, and also leave a comment down below if there's some more questions that you would like to ask me. So during this period, do stay home, rest well, spend time to bond with your family, and also do wear a mask if you need to go outside. So if there's anything else, do just leave me a comment. I'll try to reply ASAP. Have a good day and see you in the next video. Bye!